Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of the Football Manager Journeyman here on FM23. We have started a new season. We've gone through pre-season. We're about to start the brand new season with the first game at home against Stevenage in League 2. You will notice a number of names that are missing and a number of new names in that squad list. I don't know why Vaughan Taft is in here because, quite frankly, he doesn't need to be. But if I show you my transfer history, we had £800,000 available to us and a decent wage budget as well. We still have about 600 grand available to us, albeit our wage budget is pretty much exhausted as it stands right now. So, but certainly we can change that about quite comfortably so that we have a significant amount left. So we've sold on a few players. We bought in a few players, and the transfer history has been pretty mental. So we'll start with those that left. Ruben Rodriguez, as you know, left on a free to Anarchy. We've loaned out a couple as well. In fact, we've loaned out quite a few. But we did sell Aidan Baldwin to Forest Green for £20,000 just to raise a little bit of money because we wanted to improve in our squad depth at centre-back, in our squad depth and our squad quality at centre-back. All of the others that were outgoing are just loanees that are youth players, or like Adebayo Rolling. I loaned him out because I couldn't sell him, but Southend are paying all of his wages, so effectively he's gone and he's not going to cost me any more money. Incomings: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 new players in at the beginning of the season, including our boy Jack Rolls. Signed on a free as he left Woking at the end of the season. 11 goal contributions for them last year in the National League, and he is certainly of League 2 quality at the very least. We brought in Luke McGee, the goalkeeper previously of Forest Green. Didn't play that many games for them last year, 28 of the 46 in League 1, but has been a League 2 level goalkeeper for a while and made his name playing in League 1 earlier in real life. I was going to say earlier in the save. We signed Ben Cottrell on a free as well. He's going to come in. Some stats are really low. Some stats are really good. So I'm not sure what to expect from him. He's only 5'5", left Arsenal and assigned for us. Rod McDonald has come in for free as well. He spent a year at Crewe, amassing 11 appearances, only one of which from the start. He is going to be a squad player for me as well. But in the crucial stats, he is solid. So he should be certainly a good, experienced fullback. Jordan Davies comes in as the squad player of all squad players because he can play basically anywhere on the pitch other than right back or up top. And certainly he's a go-to for the bench. We paid a bit of money for him, £57,000 up front, and there is still more to come from that as well, I believe, with add-ons up to a total of £95,000. We were Malachi Boateng, who already with pre-season football is starting to grow really well. 21 years of age, released by Crystal Palace after a year on loan at Queen's Park in Scotland. And he's going to be phenomenal. His physicals are outrageous. He's going to be an absolute brute in that CDM role. Callum Casey's come in, or Callum Cisse, sorry, has come in as another backup. Can play at right back or in central midfield. He left Tottenham last season. The Sierra Leonean squad player will come in and do a job for us, absolutely. Nico Jones has come in on a free as well from Brentford. Another young centre-back, Irish, who again is just good in the stats that matter for that position. We have made a big signing though, a marquee signing. We looked at him last year and saw how good he was. Shimanga. Signed from rivals Chesterfield, where we signed Jeff King from earlier in the save. But 34 goals in the league last year. He was the second highest top goal scorer in the division, behind our own Macaulay Langstaff. 100 grand up front, rising to 105. Certainly, he's going to be a cracker for us without any shadow of doubt. And then we've been able to loan in this young 18-year-old Luke Harris from Fulham as well, who equally looks very, very impressive indeed. So, I think the squad is looking pretty tasty right now. For some reason, season preview, I don't know whether it's changed with the introduction of Luke Harris, but it previously had us down at like 18th or 19th as the season preview, which is absolutely outrageous considering the strength of our squad and the form we had last year. But they reckon we will finish mid-table and mid-table alone. The board obviously wants us to avoid relegation this year and nothing more, so that's absolutely doable. And now it's time to begin our league journey back in the Football League, back for the new season. Some new players are going to go in. Some older players are not going to make it into the starting lineup, but I'm going to predominantly, initially, for the first 2 or 3 games, play the players that have been with us last year to keep that gel of the group together so that, you know, it's not disjointed with loads of new players in there at the beginning of the year. So, Jeff King will start at right back. Kyle Cameron will start on the left-hand side of the centre-back 2. Beirami's still injured, unfortunately, so Nico Jones will come in, and then Kyle Cameron on the left. Can Nico pass it, actually? 10's okay. We'll leave him as a ball-playing centre-back. I trust him. A left-back, Matthew Blake. Holding, I'm going to go Nia Kirby, Matty Palmer, and then Jack Rolls. Nia Kirby will probably take a back seat to Boateng, though, because of Boateng's potential. Although, that said, Nia Kirby also has decent potential as well. On the right-hand side, we're going to go with Luke Harris, the new man. Although I will change him to a winger rather than an inverted winger, because on the left-hand side, Ben Cottrell... To be fair, Ben Cottrell's probably best as a winger as well, so maybe I could play Harris as an inverted or an inside forward. He's finishing his 14. Absolutely, he's going to be an inside forward then. That's that decision made pretty comfortably. Inside forward attack. And Kedwin Scott will drop to the bench. Macaulay Langstaff is on his way back from injury, so Shimanga will start up top, but I am wanting to give Macaulay Langstaff the opportunity to try and hold down that first team spot. But we have a great option of squad players that will hopefully really give us the potential for a solid season this year. And having 7 substitutes in League 2... Who's not registered? What? At least 1 player trained by the club. Oh! Okay, well that's not something I was expecting. That's going to cause me some issues. Let's take Regan Booty out of the starting lineup. I'm going to need to find someone trained by the club then to add into this. Yikes. Do auto squad numbers. That's not a problem. Right then. Stevenage at home, whilst I try and figure out who is my best youth player trained at the club to call up to the first team squad. Otherwise, I can only have 6 substitutes, but 6 is still better than the 5 we had last year. Right, Notts County versus Stevenage. Game 1 of the new day, of the new season even. Go out there and enjoy yourselves, gentlemen. And please, with the new EFL graphics, of course, that are in the game this year, get us an opening day victory. First highlight of the League 2 season is us immediately giving the ball away. Not the best of starts, but there's still time to pull something up the back here. Jones loses it to Roberts and blocks it. What was it I said about Nico Jones when I was putting him in the starting lineup? I trust him as a ball-playing centre-back. Yikes. Here's Jack Rolls. That is a beautiful ball out to Ben Cottrell, who could cross it. He's only 5'5", Ben. He's only little, but he is quick and tricky to try and get away from defenders. He says, as he doesn't get away from the defender. Kyle Cameron brings that down. We'll switch it, actually, to Jeff King. I didn't anticipate that. There is the option in the middle. The option down the line as well is Luke Harris, the youngster that's very fast. Finds Shimanga, and it's in the back of the net. First goal of the season, potentially a mistake by the goalkeeper Chapman, who certainly got down to it quickly enough, but couldn't keep it out. And we lead in the 6th minute by 1-0. Shimanga on debut. Sweeney into the middle. Oh, Clark brings it down beautifully. That's a lovely goal for Stevenage. That was all about Max Clark's control there. Jones with the switch. And Matthew Blake. Rolsey again, heavily involved. Cottrell whips across the middle. Harris! Whoa! Luke Harris scores on debut as well. And how? That 14 finishing really showing itself there. How is that for a first-time volley when you're 18 years old, have just gone on loan, and it's your debut? Talk about composure from the lad. Wham! Top bins. Goal of the season contender already. Macaulay will obviously be gutted not to be in the starting lineup after scoring so many goals last year. But Harris is in, and he's buried another one, and he's onside here. Luke Harris, turns out he was a cracking signing. Turned us down earlier in the window when we approached him for a loan. And then we just so happened to get a continued scout report on him where it said that he was actually now potentially interested in coming to the club. So I went back in for him and he's agreed to come. And turns out, good decision as well. He's second, our third. We're 3-1 up. Shamanga should be decent aerially, I'd like to think, given his physicality. Smith is on a bit of a dangerous run here. What an interception by Matty Palmer, but it's still picked up by Smith. Sweeney's had a goal disallowed. Oh. Nico Jones missed his header for the first goal. Nico Jones misses his header for their second goal. It just gets nowhere near it. Comfortable in the game. Now it's back at 3-2. A mistake from Jeff King as well. This will be 3-3 then. 3 goals for Stevenage. 3 defensive mistakes in those goals. Reed through the channel to Norris. Norris into the box. Fouled by McDonald, the man that I brought on for Nico Jones. Chance for Stevenage to win the opening day 4-3. Would you Adam and Eve it from... Saved by Luke McGee! Would you Adam and Eve it? 3-1 up. Back to 3-3. Concede a penalty, but thankfully, penalty saved. Turns out, apparently, the centre-backs that we brought in to be our backup, a little bit shaky to begin with. You can understand Nico Jones's inexperience, but McDonald is 31. So I certainly expect better of him, but I guess anyone can give away a penalty at any given moment. Harris is in potentially for a hat-trick to win it for us, which he has duly done. Luke Harris, hat-trick on debut. It turns out he's an absolute baller. Wow. Welcome to League 2. Jesus, worked. 4-3, the final scoreline. At least the front three worked well. That's what we can absolutely be sure of. And what I'm also certain of is that I want Bayrami back ASAP Rocky. That is also 20 games unbeaten as a club, which is another new record. As if Nick's player wanted number 8 as his squad shirt. Get out of it. You're 16 years old, pal. Oh, Wimbledon at home in the Carabao Cup. The board only want us to be competitive, so it doesn't matter if we lose, thankfully. So I'll just tell them to go out there and enjoy themselves. We've almost fully rotated the 11, as you'll notice from the lineup on the left-hand side. Wimbledon are obviously decent for the level that we're about to play at, but we fancy our chances in any home game against any League 2 side, I think. Kedron Scott still somehow has it. He's into the box. Oh, it's got to be a pen. It was two-footed from Pell. He might even be off here. That wasn't a nasty challenge. Is it going to be a straight red? It is indeed. Pell sent off after 13 minutes for rather evidently a nasty two-footed lunge. And from the spot, Macaulay Langstaff buries it. And we lead by a goal to 0. We will switch from balanced to positive and try and boss them from here. Here's Luke Harris. Back to Macaulay Langstaff, who nods home. I'm going to have my work cut out, choosing between which strikers to play, aren't I? Public service announcement for people to put capital letters in their usernames so you can determine between one word and another. Booty on the volley. Oh, Booty on the volley! Regan Booty with a banger. That's 3. That's game. Scott to Nick, who's off the bench here. Has a shot, deflects. Does Harris win it? No, Brown does. But first time. Oh, the techers on that. I've signed so many really good players. I don't know how I'm supposed to keep everybody happy this season. Maybe it's a case of I can't and I leave. Lambert with the corner for Wimbledon. I've just noticed that they scored a goal early that was disallowed. That one bloody well counts. Paul Callamboy was a player we actually looked at in the summer to potentially bring in instead of McDonald or Nico Jones. Callamboy bangs that home. Matthew Blake being out of action. Booty to Cisse into the middle. Langstaff. A hat-trick for Macaulay Langstaff. What a conundrum. What a conundrum. It's fine. It's a good conundrum to have. 28 shots we've had in that game. Again, they did have 10 men, so we shall just say, very happy with the result and the way you played. Well done, gentlemen. That's us through to the second round of the Carabao Cup. Mansfield away is the second league game of the season. It's a localish derby as well. Mansfield and Nottingham not that far apart. But this is a pretty closely fought rivalry. Play for the fans and they'll give us a boost is what I say. And everybody seems to be motivated or gaining confidence from that. So that hopefully will do us well as we push into this game. Nigel Adkins is their manager. Obviously got Premier League experience, Nigel Adkins, so we can't underestimate his managerial ability. This could be a very close game, actually. Mansfield won their first game of the season as well. I really like the midfield of Bellingham and Rice. And Mount worked his socks off as well. You could put a number of other midfielders in that central position with Declan Rice and get their keeps. Oh, he hasn't. Ollie Hawkins nips in to score his third goal of the season. A brace on opening day, and unless he scored in the League Cup, I guess. But regardless, he scored 3 goals so far this season. 9,300 attendance, though, which is quite a lot for Mansfield, I have to say. Don't think they normally get levels like that. Langstaff out to Joel Taylor. Joel Taylor could deliver. Drives past the man into the box. Luke Harris is there. Could pull it back to the edge. He's gone for goal himself! This Luke Harris kid is an absolute wonder star. Oh my God. Danny celebrates 47 months on a 32-month streak as well. Jesus Christ. As we celebrate another Luke Harris wonder goal. The first time volley in the last game and a left foot worldie on his other side this time. Does he have a weak foot? It doesn't seem so. I can't quite believe it. A highlight from kickoff as well. Oates is in. And from kickoff, Mansfield lead again. We are conceding far too many goals, lads. Jesus Christ. I think Luke McGee certainly has decent stats for League 2. Oh, that's a chop from Carl Cameron. He's going to go now. That is a red card. So my first team centre-back, one is now sent off, the other one is injured. Sick one, mate. We can't just turn into a side that pumps it, can we? Surely. Oates delivers. Hawkins is up. Bottom corner. Ollie Hawkins makes it 3-1 Mansfield. League 2 is more difficult than the conference. Who thought? True. Argentina, Denmark. Oh, no. They've scored a fourth. An own goal from my right back. This is not going great, is it? Let's be honest. Perch with the header off the bar. And Jeff King has tried to clear it, I think. And just kicked it straight into the back of his own net. This will certainly go down as the worst game we've had in charge yet. That's a lovely ball by Jack Rolls, though. And Luke Harris is in. And he's buried it again. We are so blessed to have Luke Harris play for us. It's unbelievable. Matty Palmer. Jack Rolls. Rollsy is proving to be quite the player as well, it seems. Matty Palmer looking for Kedwin Scott. Falls to Langstaff. It's 4-3 and it's game on again. Oh my God. Getting those 2 goals back, though, sees us in 11th rather than down in 17th. So we'll absolutely take it. It is damage limitation. Really annoyed at Carl Cameron for getting himself sent like that, though. That is not acceptable, especially in a derby game. Suspended and injured players not included as we play Carlisle at home. They've had a poor start to the season. I believe they've lost both their opening games, so we should be getting a win in this, please, if you don't mind. They lost both their opening games because they're now getting a point from this current draw. We're at home in evidently the pouring rain. But even despite our non-inclusions through injury and suspension, this should be a victory. A victory for the team. Oh, Gibson's going to get sent. There's a lot of red cards, isn't there, in League 2? Second yellow for Gibson here. Although it says number 1, Patrick Deman sent off. So that's the thing. Now it says Jordan Gibson red card. That's a bug that the devs are aware of, don't worry. Life in League 2 so far has been 4-3 win, 4-3 defeat. It's a lovely ball by Cottrell looking for Shimanga, who goes down and wins the pen. and will take it himself. Apparently, I still need to do my kick takers. Remind me to do that after this game. Shimanga who wins the pen. Shimanga who scores the pen. Notts County 1. Carlisle United 10 men. Carlisle United 0. Well, that's going to be a 1-0 win then against Carlisle. They picked up 9, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bookings if you count Gibson's second yellow as well. Disciplinary issues for Carlisle, I think, is probably the name of the day. That win puts us up into 5th place in the division, although we've got Forest Green away next, who, in the league at least, who are a good side, a really good side. How are Clyde getting on? They're top of the 2nd division after getting relegated last year. I'm hoping that now a strong, positive season, and Luther will start to grow exponentially, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Things have started indifferently then at Notts County so far this season. I don't really know what to make of the opening start. 2 4-3s, 1 for, 1 against, a 4-1 win, and finally a clean bloody sheet, albeit against 10-man Carlisle. We're a bit all over the place really, although we've had to do the majority of it without first string players being available for everything. I've not had a full strength side in any game so far because Bayrami's been injured throughout and now he's back. Carl Cameron's suspended. But with Bayrami back in, most notably, we do get a clean sheet. Maybe there's something in that. Bayrami is an absolute baller at this level. I love him. His physicals are going down, but that's obviously because of his injury. Hopefully they'll start to go back up again when he starts playing regularly. Being without Matthew Blake for a little while is going to cause us some concern. I'm happy with the squad at the minute, though. Happy with the squad. Don't think I'm going to make any other changes transfer-wise at present. We shall wait and see how things transpire moving forward. But financially, we are secure. There are no jobs of any real note that we would want to take at this stage of this season. We are looking to leave Notts County and move about in this save, of course. So we do have to bear in mind that if things don't go well for us here this season, we can just jump ship. We're not trying to turn a sinking ship around. So there's definitely the opportunity for the potential for us to move clubs later on in this save. That is going to bring us to a close for today's stream, though. Thank you very much for watching, those of you on YouTube. I appreciate it very much indeed. Drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Let me know where you think I'll finish in League 2 this season. I have no idea. I'm aiming for top half, but we shall wait and see how things transpire as we push further into the season. That's all from me for today. There'll be a link in the description where you can come and watch me live. You'll find me live all day tomorrow and most of the day Friday as well, as we watch lots of World Cup games together, as well as record all of the FIFA and Football Manager stuff we want to as well. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.